Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Tom Owens before the 2014 Zegama Marathon. How's it going, Tom?
Really good, yeah. Pleasure to be here. Good to see you.
Likewise, it's been a little while. You had some time away from running last year.
Yeah, that's right. I think the last time I saw you was probably here in 2012.
Yeah.
Last year I ruptured a peroneal tendon, so that was surgery was needed, and I was out of action for the year.
That's a major setback.
Yeah, it was really hard at the time. I just had to accept there was going to be 6 months of first in a plaster, then a boot, and a very gradual return. So basically nothing to do with running, but did quite a lot of work, which was good.
Were you able to keep yourself in check as you were coming back? Because that's a problem for a lot of athletes, whether they're elite or not.
Yeah, it was really slow. I had to be very patient and do all the gym work and the pool work and running on a trampoline and cycling to start with as well. So it was a gradual process. But I think by that stage I was just so glad to be moving again in the correct direction. It was all right actually.
So any progress was a positive, and you could just accept that.
Yeah, and certainly it was hard to start back running, but when I got over the first couple of weeks and started to run more than a couple of times a week, it was really enjoyable.
You've made some great progress since then.
Yeah.
Talking to you before Transvolcania, it sounds like your fitness is back.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I've probably started running end of September, October, and then regularly running November. So I've had a good chunk of training, 5-6 months now, and yeah, just enjoying it so much. I feel healthy and fit and strong. Yeah, just enjoying it. Glad to be there.
Enjoying it. You jumped right into was it your first ultra marathon at Transvolcania?
I did the Chemo race in 2012, which is a shorter distance, but still quite a long. I think it was 6.5 hours time on feet. It wasn't quite as hot, but Transvolcania just seemed like a great opportunity. It may be not great timing before this race, but I was really keen to try something new.
And how'd that go for you?
Yeah, it was okay. I had a pretty solid race. I learnt an awful lot. I suffered a lot with cramps from really early on. So from about 2.5 hours, I struggled on anything that wasn't flat, which is most of the course. So it was a real interesting experience in managing cramps for so long. The last descent was hellish, just because I couldn't lift my legs very well, and the heat and the elevation. It was a really good experience in managing an ultra, I guess, and I was delighted to finish and really wasted at the end. Yeah.
Well, you're back on familiar terrain here. This is after a year off last year. You'd run it twice before then.
Yeah. No, it's a course I know well, and I think I really enjoy the course. It's got a bit of everything. There's some fast running, there's some steep, 3 good climbs, and there's some technical sections, some steep descents. It could be muddy and slippy out there, which will be good for me. I'm looking forward to it. I do remember it being really, really hard, really fast. The competition at this race is always really high. I think this year too, but the support on the course is pretty unique as well.
Do you think, I mean, right now a Brit has the course record, Rob Jebb, and you had until last year, I think, the fastest second place time on this course.
Wow.
Is it a course that suits the UK style of running?
I think it probably does. Rob Jebb is a phenomenal runner. He's still running and cycling at a really high level. When he was setting the record here, he was setting various sky running records, so it is a good record. It suits Brits, I think, because it is technical. I guess it's quite similar to a race like the Three Peaks race in the UK, or a longer Lakeland race. So yeah, the Brits seem to do well here. I think Angela Mudge's done well here before, and there's a good group of Brits out here for this race, so hopefully we'll have some good performances.
Yeah. You think you're ready to be back up there on the podium this year?
Oh, I'm not sure about that. The level is so high. You've got Kilian, Marco De Gasperi, Hernando, Zinka, Pivik, Zaid. I think that, I mean, certainly, yeah, 3 or 4 of those guys are a level above. But they will be smashing out the front, and there will be casualties, and I don't know. It's one of those, you can't worry too much about other people, and try and do my own thing and not get too caught up in going off too quick. It's going to be very, very tough to get on that podium.
Do you think you have the self-control to if they're going out super hard those first hour and a half?
I think it will be when it hits the first hill that it will kick off the run out. Yeah, there's quite a long, it's kind of a good climb, then a run out, and then the first hill when they'll take off. And I think I don't have a choice. I'm not as quick running up hills, so I will probably drop back there anyway, and it's probably managing the race from there. Yeah, it's tricky because you don't want to get left too far behind contact-wise, but it's a long race.
So you think your strengths are that sort of technical ridge in the middle and that steep descent early on?
I think I can sometimes get some time back on the descent if it's slippy. Certainly some of the guys, Marco and Kilian and Zaid, I think are tremendous descenders, so yeah, that'll be tough.
So there are just a number of runners like yourself who are a level above on and descending really technical, muddy terrain. Is it training? Is it just experience on the terrain, or is it mental? How are you able to just attack those descents that would leave the rest of us wanting to walk down?
I think it's a mixture. I think yeah, if you're not so strong on the climbs, then you don't have a choice. You have to catch up on the descents. Also practice. A lot of the running in Scotland is wet and muddy and very steep, so certainly notice the more races are doing to the season, get better at it. Yeah, you've got to be in the right mindset for that on that day. You know, everyone can have a bad day descending as well, and it could just be that you're not relaxed. And
so is that part of it, like as opposed to being hyper focused, almost?
I think so.
Stepping back and just going with it.
I think so. Yeah, you got to just be adjusting all the time, and you will slip. And yeah, I think you can't be too tense. Otherwise, it will slow you down. So
you don't lock into a line and say, "I'm going to take this for the next 30 yards." You just take the next step and
see how it goes. Shut your eyes.
You've got a lot of closed eye action here this weekend. Then,
well, it's gonna. No, I think. Just hope for a good day. I always think it's easier if you're chasing someone as well, rather than having to lead it.
Is that for picking the line, or just knowing that there's someone up there to catch?
Both.
Yeah. Well, good luck out there. And,
thanks, Brian.
Enjoy.
Look forward to seeing you. Cheers.